Yo, your boy is officially back on the live stream. Man, I know I meant to do this live stream last week. I don't know exactly what happened. I think something came up, ended up just kind of nixing my live stream, but we're officially back. We're officially back. We're officially back. Um, man, it's been a little crazy being on YouTube for a little while now, man. Uh, Watch time hours have been going up and down. I was at 1,042. Then I dropped to like 1,037 and I think to like 1,034, and then it just kept dropping. And I'm currently sitting at 1,000 watch time hours. So I know I've been told keep live streaming. It'll help get my watch time hours back up. So besides that, making longer videos. So that's basically what I'm doing right now, is just making longer videos, at least trying to, making it 6, 7, 8 minutes long, just trying to keep my watch time hours going. Anyway, I had a handful of topics I wanted to talk about. So I guess we can go ahead and jump straight into it. Let me just go ahead and post something down here in the comment section real quick to anybody that's brand new to this live stream. Kind of bear with me here. Um, anyway, how was y'all weekend going? Um, Went out, little shopping yesterday. Went to the movies today. I saw the Haunted Mansion. It was okay. Um, I kind of felt a little bored. If you've seen my community post, I gave it a C. There wasn't much about it that I honestly enjoyed. It just wasn't really all that great. Like, I don't know, maybe because it was like a long movie. All the haunting stuff kind of took a sweet time. Like everything during the day, everything was fine. But then when nighttime hit, that's when everything happened. Um, there was like points where different characters go in the house, and when it was outside of the house, before they went in, they were fine. But once they went in, it was like all the stuff went down. Ghosts followed them home. It was just a bunch of stuff, man. Well, I think the movie is all right. I give it a C, honestly. Which leads me to touch on Disney because they've been having a horrible year right now. This is one of my topics, but I wanted to talk about this because this movie, I guess, to make its money back, it needs to do about 314 million. I think is what I saw, but it's only looking at probably maybe like 24, 25 million. And I know there's a lot going on with the writer strike and the actor strike, and there just hasn't been a whole lot of there hasn't been a whole lot of you know, good things to really talk about right now when it comes to, movies because horrible year. But that's the last thing. That's my big topic I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is the Marvel's trailer. I did a reaction to this, I think last week, and I enjoyed the trailer. I thought it was good. It left me pretty entertained. It left me pretty entertained. But I definitely want to see it. I get people are saying that it's a movie that is, looks corny. Of course, you had that what came out a while back. We had the poster of all three of them, and it looked generic. I ain't gonna lie, that poster looked generic. But watching the trailers for it, especially the last one that came out, I enjoyed it. I thought it looked good. I thought it looked pretty good. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this movie. I hope it's gonna be a good movie. I don't expect it to do well at the box office. I'm definitely serious about that because a lot of people are just shitting all over the movie. So I don't think it's gonna do good at the box office at all. But I enjoyed the trailer. Excuse me. Like I said, I hope the movie does well. I know, like everybody should be used to these Disney movies by now, and what we should expect. We should expect it to be a fun movie, not a super dark, serious film. Like I know you gotta kind of mix it up a little bit. You understand? You gotta kind of mix in the fun. You gotta kind of mix in the goofy. So I can understand how people might feel when it comes to the when people might feel when it comes to this movie. It might be a little bit, it's too goofy and less serious. But again, I like the trailer. Um, so I know now what I thought before. What I know now is that this movie takes place after Secret Invasion. Before, I thought this took place before Secret Invasion. I know it takes place after. And getting into that topic, Secret Invasion. I know that series has been shitted on a whole lot. People haven't had nothing good to say about it. whether it's been Gaia having all these damn powers. And in my opinion, I feel like they should have gave her those powers temporarily. Like maybe Nick Fury comes out and he says, "All right, the powers only temporary because of X, Y, and Z." And I've seen some different videos where everybody's pissed off because they're like, "Oh, she's super powerful now." She's the I forgot the OP word is or what OP means. But anyway, the point is that she's super powerful now. She has all these different powers from all these different characters, and it like I can understand, man. You know what I mean? Like Disney, you're gonna have to find a way to write this. I don't know how you got to figure out a way to like switch it up. You know what I mean? Because you can't just have a character with all these powers, and then when trouble goes down on Earth, it's like, oh, well, why didn't God show up? Is she with the chick in the red coat working for her? She could have probably took care of her business in 5 minutes, came, helped out, and then been gone. This is where I think they should have her powers be temporary instead of permanent because it's an easy way for them to just, be like, oh, her powers are temporary. They didn't last that long. Um, I did watch Robert Sturm's video where he was talking about how uh this should have been a saga in the MCU, and I agree 100%. Now, I've never read the comic books. I know it's a pretty big deal, but yeah, they should have made this an entire saga instead of just making it this small 6 episode, which limits its story and takes away so much. They should have made it into a whole saga in the MCU because it would have made it so much better instead of just making it what it is. This just limited 6-hour episode, and then it's gone. And yeah, some of the CGI, especially in the fight scene between Gravik and Gaia, looked bad. Whenever her arm changed to somebody else, or they used some of the powers outside of flying, outside I think of using Captain Marvel's powers, everything else looked like crap. I wasn't impressed. And the episode was like 37 minutes, so it was a minute shorter than the last episode. But it felt like a 5 minute episode once everything was over. I was kind of like, damn, that's it, it's already over. And then everybody had an issue at the end with I forgot his damn name. The head of Shield, kissing his wife, aka the alien. And it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna trip over that. Nick Fury, duh. But I ain't gonna trip over that. But my thing is, this whole series has pretty much been kind of an up and down thing going on, and I know that Bob Iger talked about possibly, I guess, scaling back on some of the series, and I've talked about that for a while now. I think it's a good thing that they should do is scale back on some of the shows because it doesn't feel as exciting watching Marvel anymore as it used to during the first 3 to 4 phases, or should I say the first 3 phases, because they had direction, they knew where they were going. When you look at where they're currently going right now, it doesn't feel like there's a direction. I think I did a video, and actually, no, I did do a video on this sometime this past week. And this leads me to my third, actually, this is basically my second topic. Is superhero fatigue real? And I honestly believe it is, man. I think a lot of people are just getting tired of these superhero movies because they've been dominating the box office for so long. When you look at Marvel, they've been dominating since Iron Man back in 2008. That was my senior year of high school. Now we're in 2023, and it's been going on. They've been just dominating for a long time. And honestly, what goes up must come down. And unfortunately, they rode that high all the way to Avengers Endgame, and now it's come down. Excuse me. And now things just haven't been looking so rosy for them. Going through, I believe, what phase we in? The fifth phase right now. Things haven't been looking so rosy. Um, things just haven't been looking so good. And yeah, I mean, you can go back to Ant Man and the Wasp, or was Ant Man? Yeah, Ant Man Quantumania. Or you can go back a little further than that. A lot of people didn't. Well, not a lot of people. Well, some people didn't care for Shuri taking over as Black Panther. They thought that they should have replaced Chadwick Boseman with a different actor. For the longest time, I didn't think that they should have. But then fast forward to more and more, I started to soften on the idea. I thought that they should have. And like I said, Marvel just hasn't been on a high. Eternals wasn't really hitting. Spider-Man: No Way Home actually was good. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I liked. A lot of people had way too many high expectations going into that. With all these rumors of who was going to be in it, just going with no expectations, people. That's what I keep trying to tell you. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Currently, I guess. Let me see. I gotta look this up because I think we're in phase 5 right now, and things just haven't been looking too good. Things just haven't been looking too good. Um, Again, this series show should have been a saga in the MCU rather than it just being 6 episodes because it just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. But I'm trying to see right now with the phase that we are in. Okay, so you got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually still gotta watch that because I ain't even seen that yet. You got the Marvels, Deadpool, Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Blade. Now I know Blade had to get pushed back because of all the issues that it went through. But again, superhero fatigue looking real right now. Even if people want to call it fake or it's not real, because of the fact that superhero movies have not been doing well. You look at the DC side, man, it's been complete trash. Now I don't know if that's because of I don't know if that's because of them rebooting the whole entire the DCU into the DCU. So there hasn't been a whole lot that people have been getting excited about. But uh, for what it is, um, for myself personally, I'm not necessarily feeling superhero fatigue. Like, I've kind of gotten bored with the misdirection of Marvel, and I've been watching the other stuff, going back and watching old stuff, because it's been more entertaining. But I don't feel as excited for every Marvel project like I did back in the first 3 phases, and it's been disappointing, man, for real, because it's like, what is there to get excited about? What is there to get hyped about? Right now when you don't have a direction. Like I said in my video, we knew where Marvel was going when it came to the Avengers eventually assembling. You had the Infinity Stones eventually leading to Thanos. Now everything is just everywhere. I don't think anybody needs to watch any of the TV shows to know what's going on. You look at Incredible Hulk, or should I call him Professor Hulk now, and he hasn't really been all that entertaining. And it's been hard to watch, man, for real, because I watched probably 3 episodes of She-Hulk and then maybe 4, and then I got tired of it. I was like, I'm done, I'm gone, and it just wasn't fun to watch. Um, yeah, Marvels just haven't been doing it good. Like I said, I don't know if it was the announcement that they, when it comes to DC, I don't know if it was the announcement that they were rebooting the whole thing. I don't know if it was yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just all the constant misdirection when it came to DC that put them in the position they're in now. I mean, everybody knew for a while now that we were getting Henry Cavill back in the Black Adam League, yet nobody supported it, myself included. I watched it at home, didn't go to the theaters. And even with the appearance of Henry Cavill in that movie, it didn't save the Black Adam film. And now moving forward, we got Blue Beetle, which is projected to do well. I think it's only projected to do maybe like 25, 30 mil, maybe less than that. And to me, I don't understand why this movie didn't hit the chopping block when they put the Batgirl movie on the chopping block. If this movie hit the chopping block, that movie should have as well. Well, if Batgirl hit the chopping block, this movie should have went right along with it because you're putting a hero that nobody knows anything about out there. Like nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's been horrible. It's been horrible. It's been horrible trying to get hype for DC because nobody cares. It's been horrible trying to get hype for Marvel because nobody cares. I see everybody constantly on my timeline of YouTube constantly bashing the Secret Invasion show. I think this is getting bashed harder than any other MCU show that they've had. Way worse than Loki, and I actually thought Loki was okay. I'll probably take Loki over this, not because there wasn't any magic. It just this one, the ending of this felt flat versus the ending of Loki, where that really had me intrigued to see where it was going to go. This I don't really feel intrigued of by the end. I was kind of like, okay, that's it. It just felt like a 5 minute episode, not a 37-minute episode. Before you knew it, it was over. Um, but like I said, superhero fatigue, I think, is something a lot of people are feeling right now, and it just hasn't been helping that The movies haven't been good. And that's something else. I've seen people talk about it's either the movies haven't been good or superhero fatigue is real. Which one is it? Is it the movies that haven't been good, so it's making people not want to watch these movies? Um, and they call it superhero fatigue. So for me, I think it's a little bit of both. I think people are getting tired of superhero films, so they're trying to watch something different. And then on the other side, the movies haven't been good. Disney Plus TV shows haven't been good, so everything's pretty much just been tanking for Disney and Marvel at this point. I just think they've been on a misdirection ever since the end of Avengers Endgame. They've had no way of knowing what to do to try and fix what's been going on. And so moving forward from that, um, actually, let me go and get into this phase where I'm still talking about Marvel. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, honestly, I'm gonna give it a B. The jokes I didn't like, but I think the movie was way better than the second film. Still gotta watch Guardians of the Galaxy. The Marvels I'm looking forward to. I think it's gonna be a fun time. Something about it makes me feel optimistic. Maybe that's because of all the backlash that it's been getting with the posters and the trailers, but I'm trying to be optimistic about the Marvels. Deadpool 3. To me, this just feels like a non. I forgot. I can't pronounce this word, so fuck it. Nostalog movie because it's calling back to a lot of things. Um, obviously y'all seen it with it bringing back Hugh Jackman, and then you also got Elektra. There's talk of Gambit making a cameo. There's just talk of all these different cameos that could happen in this movie. Now, I'm not going to believe it until I've actually seen it, but I think the electric cameo is it's a done deal. But everything else is still up in the air. So I'm not going to fall for to believe anything else until I actually see this on screen because I just don't want to believe anything that is said about this and it's not real. But I think it's just a nonchalant movie because it's calling back to a lot of stuff. And I've never been a big Deadpool guy, so I really don't know what to say about this. But it is what it is. And then after that, you got Captain America: Brave New World. Now, I am optimistic about this, and I think this one actually going to drop next year. I know they had the old title, New World Order, and now they changed it to Brave New World, which I guess is cool. I know it's supposed to have General Ross in it. He's going to be the Red Hulk. I'm not exactly sure who's going to be the big bad in this movie. I can't think of who's going to be the big bad in this movie. I think Seth Rollins is going to be in this movie, but I'm not exactly sure what character he's going to play from WWE. And trying to think of who else. I don't know. I haven't like. Here's the thing, right? I try to stay outside of the bubble of movie spoilers as much as I possibly can, whether it's looking something up or it's watching somebody else's video, because I want to go into the movie theater as surprised as I possibly can. Now, the downside is that we live in this Twitter social network media age, and I do use Twitter, or should I call it X now? 'Cause that's what it is, to you know, promote my YouTube channel and stuff like that. But I try to stay on the outside when it comes to movies as much as I possibly can because I want to go into a movie surprised at what I'm seeing. After that, you got Thunderbolts, then Blade. I know from what I've read, Thunderbolts are basically a Marvel side version of the Suicide Squad. Then you got the Blade movie, which I think is supposed to come out this year, but then it has some contract issues, and so the movie's getting pushed back to 2025. So again, superhero fatigue, looking real right now with everything that's been going on with Marvel and DC. Now, I did read something online. I don't know if it's true. Help me out here. Is the Blue Beetle movie? I know the character's part of the DCU, but not the movie. And to me, that movie looks like, at least from the trailers, it looks like a Disney Plus slash Spy Kids film. So I don't know what's up with that. It looks real kind of corny. I know it's not marketed for me, but still, that's what the feel that I get from the movie. Let's see here. Next topic that I had, oh yeah, They Clone Tyrone. So I finally got a chance to watch this movie, and I really like They Clone Tyrone. I think that Jamie Foxx and was it Tiana Paris and John Boyega did a bang up job in this movie. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it from start to finish. There's nothing about it that was boring or took me out of the film. I don't know how many of y'all got a chance to watch it, but definitely check it out. It's on Netflix right now. I don't know if it's still the number one movie, but at the time I watched it, it was. And it's basically about this guy who is this dealer living in this neighborhood called, I think, the Gardens or something like that. And he gets killed. Come to find out that he was cloned. And he goes about his day doing his same old routine until he goes pick up his money from Jamie Foxx's character. I forgot. And that's when Jamie Foxx freaks out because obviously he saw him die, and here he is alive again. And again, if you have not seen this movie, it is worth seeing. I definitely believe it deserves a sequel if all three of them are on board. If none of them are on board, if one of them steps out, don't do it because they make a great trio in this film, and it was fun to watch. And that was really all I had to talk about when it came to that. The last topic that I did want to talk about here is the 2023 movies doing bad. As y'all can see, the title of this, movies haven't been doing great throughout this year. Whew. Like I said, Marvel haven't been having a hot year. DC hasn't been having a hot year. I think the only two movies that have done good, three movies actually, is Oppenheimer, Barbie, and what was that last movie that actually did good? Shoot, the Mario movie. I still haven't seen that either. But those are like the only three major movies that I've read that have done good. Everything else has done pretty poor. um, I know all this came place before the strike happened. People just want hype to see the movie. People just want to keep. I don't know. Like I thought the movie was gonna be better. Like the Flash movie, for instance, trash. Saw it, didn't like it. Thought it was corny. Um, it wasn't corny, but it was just like the CGI looked bad. I thought that they could have did a much, much, much better job with just a lot of things in this movie. They should have had Bruce Wayne's father was a Thomas instead of the alternate you know version or whatever of Batman. It just didn't work for me, man. It didn't work for me at all. What else came out this year that hasn't done good? There's been a lot of movies. Creed 3, I still gotta catch that. There's been a handful of movies I haven't seen. I like Creed, the first two Creeds. You got the Dial of Destiny that came out. That movie hasn't done good either. Um, I gotta look up. I gotta see this in my head because I can't think of the movies off the top of my head. So you got the Dial of Destiny that didn't do good. I still haven't seen that, even though I do want to see it, just because I like action adventure movies. But it's the older Harrison Ford. I was never a big Indiana Jones fan. I did see the old one that came back out, like back in 2008 with Shia LaBeouf in it. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. You got Fast X. I actually enjoy Fast X. Fast X was a good, fun movie. I enjoyed. It was really crazy, man, to see how I forgot the main villain in this movie. It was crazy to see how Jason Momoa's Dante character kept the whole team just pretty much on their toes and messed up from beginning to end. So I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do in the next one. To anybody new here, man, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Y'all can definitely leave a comment if you want, man. Just don't watch these comments. That's why I got it open. What other movie came out this year? Oh, was Shazam this year? Fury of the Gods? I thought that came out last year. Wow. Okay, so yeah, I haven't watched any of the Shazam movies because none of those movies for me were. It just felt like his character was an idiot. You know what I'm saying? And so it was hard to get excited about watching his movies. And I just haven't. Like the second trailer for Shazam: Fury of the Gods looked good, but I wasn't really behind it the way that I Actually, no. Actually, I was on the second trailer looked better than the first, but I just didn't get behind the movie. I couldn't. I was like, I'm done. Um, what else is it? What else is it? Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Now, this movie didn't have me sold at all. I actually didn't want to see this movie. I didn't. I didn't care about Transformers after the last. Was it the last night? The fourth, fifth film in the main Transformers series. Once Shia LaBeouf was done, I kind of clocked out of it. I did see the fourth film, which was kind of a restart with I forgot the actor's name, Mark Wahlberg, but I was like, no, that movie was no. What else came up this year? Didn't watch Little Mermaid. There just hasn't been a lot of movies that came out this year that have been hitting. I did watch White Man Can't Jump. Obviously, this was a straight to with Hulu. It didn't come out in theaters, and this movie was okay. I haven't seen the original, but again, this year just hasn't been a good year for movies. You got Adam Driver 65 that came out. Haven't seen it. I see a lot of people bashing the hell out of that movie. John Wick Chapter 4. Loved it. Loved John Wick Chapter 4. I thought it was a real good movie. I think the first one is still the best. Um, I'm fine if they do not do a fifth film. I'm hoping they do not do a fifth film. I don't want to see them bring them back. I'm sorry. I just don't want to see it bring them back. I'm fine with them if they want to do spinoffs, but don't do a fifth film because there's no need for it. Don't what I'll call it. Don't Fast and Furious franchise. Don't keep it going until the wheels are falling off. And obviously with Fast and Furious, the wheels have been falling off of that franchise. What else has come out this year? In case I missed anything, Cocaine Bear, Joyride. So a handful of movies. I actually did get a chance to catch. What was it? The 2023. I just watched it today. What was the name of that movie? I just got done watching. It's from the Justice League Tomorrowverse. I did get a chance to watch um War Worlds. I did get a chance to watch that. I thought that was pretty cool. So definitely do look out for my review of that because that's coming out. But overall, this 2020 year has been a horrible year for movies. There hasn't been a whole lot for people to get jumped up and excited about because I mean, movies haven't been doing good. You got the strike going on with both the writers and the actors now. Um, I'm trying to think what comes out in August. Is there anything good coming out in August that I have to see? Because so far, like I said, there hasn't been a whole lot of good stuff. There is one thing I don't understand when it comes to DC. Why not just get rid or just drop off? No matter how much money you spent on it, what is it? The Aquaman 3 movie, or Aquaman 2. There's no reason to have it come out now. Nobody cares about it. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody's jumping for it. It's like there's been so much bad press and negativity around it. Y'all might as well just go ahead and just scrap the whole thing. I mean, take that loss, go sit on your butts for the next couple of years until you're ready to present the DCU, and then go from there. Um, I just don't see a reason why they should even bring out the. It doesn't make sense to me why they still having this movie greenlit. Just send it to Max, aka HBO Max, or just don't even bring it out at all. It just doesn't make sense to me why they're gonna have this movie come out and no one's excited for it. Nobody's asking for it. It's just it's been so much negativity around this movie. It don't make sense why this movie should even see the light of day. That's just my opinion. Let me see. 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 Oh yeah. So I'm checking out the movies that are coming out. So you got the Meg 2 coming out, right? I like the first one. I thought it was cool. This one definitely feels like a priority film more than the first one because of the trailer. It just looks really, really goofy compared to the first one. So I'm kind of, I'm trying to be optimistic about it, but it just kind of feels kind of goofy. You know what I'm saying? And then you also got Blue Beetle. Like I said, I made my comments about that coming out this month. Gran Turismo. This is a movie that looks fun, but it's had little to no press. I've seen probably a couple trailers, but that's it. So I don't know who out there is looking forward to seeing this movie. It's had little to no press at all. Um, After that, I guess that's really about it. There's like three movies I need to see. Oh yeah, TMNT. I forgot the movie comes out. Now this is one I'm excited about. Again, I know it's not marketed to me, but it looks like it's going to be a fun ride, and I can't wait to see it. Now they did a sneak preview yesterday. I didn't even know, and by the time it was too little, too late. So it's cool. I'm gonna catch it next weekend, hopefully. But it's one of the movies I've been excited to see. It looks fun. I know it's marketed to younger audiences, being that the cast are teenagers, but I'm excited to see this. I've been trying not to listen or watch or read anybody's review because I just want to get my own 1-2 on it. I've seen some people post about it on Twitter saying it looks like it's a fun time. I'm taking that with a grain of salt because I want to see it for myself. But like I said, this month has been a horrible month. Not this month, but this year has been a horrible year, and it just I'm trying to see what else we got coming out this year that is going to maybe uplift it going towards the end of 2023 versus the versus where it's been at. Because man, it's like Barbie, Oppenheimer, and the Mario movie are only been like the three big movies this year, right? Unless I got something else that I'm missing. Flash, Nope, Transformers. Scream did come out this year, didn't it? I forgot about Scream. This is one movie I actually did enjoy. I enjoyed Scream. What is it, 6? I enjoyed Scream 6. That was a good movie. I liked it way better than the fifth film. Um, but there's not a whole lot of movies coming out that I'm looking at. You got Wonka. I really don't understand why anybody's who's jumping to see Wonka. Put that on Disney Plus if it's a Disney thing. And Mission Impossible. Oops, Dead Reckoning. I forgot that movie came out and saved movies because obviously, so that Mario, Oppenheimer, Barbie, four movies that have come out of all movies so far that have saved movies, nothing else. But anyway, man, y'all let me know in the comment section. Is there anything that y'all have been, anything that y'all seen that y'all like, anything y'all have seen that y'all haven't liked? Post those comments in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? This is not just a stream for me to talk. I appreciate y'all opinions. throwing them out there. Let me know if y'all can actually hear me because I'm got everything up. But yeah, man, it's been a weird year for movies, man. Things haven't been hitting really good. I know The Sound of Freedom was a big movie that came out this year, but yeah, this year's just been a horrible year for movies, man. Like I said, getting back to the whole DC and Marvel, both have been doing terrible. But Marvel, I feel like they just lost direction. Some people have even said that they need to just reboot the whole thing, which wouldn't make any sense to me at all anyway, because it's still way too soon, especially since it's only been, what, 19, 20, or 4 years since we've seen Avengers Endgame, which wouldn't make any sense. And after Avengers Endgame, what we've gotten so far has pretty much been almost a reboot. With new characters being introduced into the MCU, but it just feels like it's been a sloppy mess that nobody's been excited about, nobody's gotten behind, and yeah, like Marvel just hasn't been looking real good. Like I said, when it comes to DC, Shazam: Fury of the Gods, Black Adam, Blue Beetle coming out. You got you go back as you go far back as what 2020 and 2021 with Wonder Woman. Nothing's been hitting for them for a while because obviously it's been 10 years that we've been in this universe and it's been 10 years of inconsistency. Now I've seen people talk about on Twitter still fighting for, you know, the Snyderverse should continue and James Gunn should be fired. Y'all might as well go and let all that go right now. It's a dead issue. David Zaslav is trying to have some consistency, some form of ground, basically, I'm trying to say, to stand on, a foundation. And what they had in the DCEU was no foundation. It was pretty much, I don't know what to call it. It was a mess. And so there's nothing left to save. It's time to hit the reboot button. As much as I love to see Henry Cavill still be Superman, and I still love to see Jason Momoa be Aquaman, and of course Ben Affleck Batman. That ain't what we're getting. So people are gonna have to move on and move forward with this new DCU and keep fingers crossed that it's gonna be doing good. And aside from that, um, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, like I said, uh like I said, TMNT coming out. Um, we just had Comic Con, but it was more basically back to comics since there wasn't a whole lot to talk about since the since the strike. And since a lot of the big, companies pulled out of Comic Con because we didn't have any Marvel presentations, didn't have any DC presentations. I'll be surprised if they pulled out again next year, but I honestly think there's going to be something next year because I think by then, given a whole year, Marvel will have something to present, and so will David Zaslav when it comes to Warner Brothers. So I'm really looking forward to see what they have up on the table for 2024 Comic Con because I know this year there just was nothing major to talk about. But kind of bear with me. I'm trying if I can share this on Twitter real quick. I guess everybody's out and about, busy. Can't blame me, man. It's the weekend. Like I said, I just came back from the movies. Um, just got back from seeing Haunted Mansion. It's a movie that's not looking too good, even with the big cast that it has. Um, Even with the big cast that it has, they're just not looking too good. And it's just, yeah, man. Like I said, it's been a down year for Disney. They've been cutting all their losses with, you know, cutting jobs and movies just not doing too well. They've just been cutting their losses as much as they possibly can. I don't know if bringing in Disney Plus, I guess you could say it's hurt more than it's helped because obviously it's been losing money. The only thing I watch on there is just the Marvel stuff. I don't use it for anything else. So yeah, I don't watch it for nothing else. But it's been a bad year for Marvel for Disney, man. Bad year for Marvel, bad year for superhero movies in general. Like I said, I don't know if it's the lack of direction. I do think that DC is doing the best thing they can, which is pull back on everything for 2025 for about another year, couple of years, and then bring it to light. But in the meantime, yeah, it's been bad. And yeah, that's one thing I forgot. The strike is going to I forgot that the strike did affect some movies. Deadpool 3 was the first movie that affected because it because it what's the word I'm trying to describe right now? Because of the strike, it did affect Deadpool 3. It's on hold right now. I believe Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the third film in the series, it did affect that as well. So yeah, things are going down. Man. Kind of bear with me for a second. So yeah, so yeah, it's been a crazy year, man. It's been a crazy year for movies. I really thought going from 2022 to 2023, this year was going to be big, with Indiana Jones, with The Flash, with all these different movies, but I would say I was wrong. And yeah, things just haven't been good for movies. And it's kind of sad, man. It really is, man. Like, I guess when you look at The Flash, obviously with Ezra Miller and all his troubles, it makes sense. And then I don't know what it was with the Dollar of Destiny. I don't know because all these movies are going woke. Then it's keeping people from going to see movies. I don't know if it's because things are getting, um, put out there spoiled early that is keeping people from seeing movies and getting excited. I wish things weren't spoiled and we got a chance to see them in theaters instead of having to wait instead of learning about it early. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a horrible year, man. A horrible year for movies so far. And I don't know. I gotta look and try to see what else comes out this year to see if there's gonna be anything that can possibly salvage the rest of this year when it comes to movies. I don't think there is. But I appreciate y'all for watching. I guess everybody's out busy or everybody's out doing other checking out. I know there's other live streams going on right now. So it's hard to kind of compete with the other people who've been doing this for a while. Like I said, I didn't keep myself on the schedule, 7:30, maybe to 8:30, shorter or longer, depending on how it goes, or if I have a lot to talk about. Like I said, with this stream, it's just it's pretty much the movies that have been not doing so well. And yeah, it's ain't been looking good, man. Ain't been looking good. But I don't think rebooting when it comes to Marvel is the answer. DC is going to reboot. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. There was some articles that popped up on Disney. I might do a video on just how bad they've been doing. I've talked about that. Like I said, the Marvels. I am looking forward to that. I see everybody has been getting a little uproar over this Twitter changing to X thing, though, man. I know things haven't been looking good with Twitter ever since Elon Musk has taken over, and it is what it is. I mean, we just using it. He owns it, so he's going to call the changes that he wants to make. I know people have said that their Twitter their Twitter the Twitter app has changed to an X. Mine still has the bird, so I guess we're still cool for right now. But what do y'all think about all these movies that've been doing terrible, man? They're pretty much been bombing at the box office. Like I said, Haunted Mansion wasn't that good. I actually want to go back and watch the '03 version to see how it is. This one was kind of just slow. It was kind of boring. I expect a lot of stuff to happen, but it didn't. So I was just kind of like, yeah, this movie wasn't all as good as I thought it was going to be. Trailer looked good, but the movie just wasn't. It was just all right. It was all right. This wasn't a whole lot. It wasn't a whole lot that was going on with this movie that really I enjoyed. But I'm looking forward to seeing TMT next week. I think it's going to be a fun movie. I'm trying to go in with no expectations, but the trailer has definitely got me hyped. After that, of course, the Meg, and then I also got the Gran Turismo movie that I got to see. I know a lot of people have hyped up Oppenheimer. I don't think it's a movie for me. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it, so I'm not going to check that out. I'm not going to waste my time checking the movie at all because it's just not my kind of. That's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen it's been doing good at the box office along with Barbie. I did see that. Took a family to see it. They enjoyed it. I really came out of that movie not really knowing what to say. That's the reason I didn't do a review. I'm not going to do a review because I don't know what to really say about that movie. But yeah, it's been like I said, it's I've had my movies. This year's really been a hit and miss when it comes to movies. I've had some I've enjoyed, some I haven't. But it comes with it. There's not everybody's gonna like everything that comes out, no matter how much it gets hyped up. And that's the one thing people gotta look at. You gotta stop listening to the critics that hype these movies up. No matter how much they say it's gonna be a fun ride or it's the number one movie at the box office, Go in with your own opinion. Don't go in listen to the critics with all their negativity because obviously, they can go in and say it's this, like it's a 99% movie. Fans will come out saying it's like a 50-60. Or they'll go in saying it's a 50-60 percent on their website, and then fans will go out leaving saying it's an 80-90. So you can't always listen to the critics and what they have to say when it comes to these movies because they're not always right. And yeah, that's just my opinion on that. As far as my YouTube channel goes, it's been like I said, hard because it's my views have been dropping. I'm trying to get more people into my live streams. I've been posting about it as much as I can this week, putting it on Twitter, posting in my community tab, just letting everybody know, hey, I'm live streaming. I did cancel last week's live stream. This is why it's live streaming right now. But I am trying to get my watch time hours up. My goal is to get to. I'm changing it. I'm hoping to at least get to a couple thousand by the end of this year. Right now, I'm sitting at 1,000. I don't know how much this live stream is gonna help, but I'd rather do something than do nothing. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for more live streams. I'll definitely be back next Sunday. I thought I was trying to live stream twice a week, but I'm not exactly sure what other day I'd be available to do that. So for right now, it's just once a week with Sundays, and of course my videos dropping throughout the week. So I appreciate everybody that has been supporting the channel. Um, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on right now. Um, yeah, when it comes to just movies and stuff to talk about. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. I mean, there's not a lot out right now. What's out right now that actually is worth still seeing? I think Spider-Man is still out. I think Indiana Jones is still out. So let me see. What's playing? So you got Mission Impossible still out. Indiana Jones is still out. Barbie Crush came out. Oppenheimer. So there's Talk to Me. Everybody's talking about Talk to Me. I don't know if that's like everybody's saying it's a scary movie, but I guess it's kind of like sloppy at the end. I've never been big into the horror genre. I think they are right, but I just never been big into it. Oh, the Oppenheimer numbers are fake. Highly unlikely people are actually going to watch it. Really? I guess that could be a possibility. I haven't, I haven't seen it. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. Sound of Freedom I know is out. Elemental I know hasn't been doing good at the box office at all either. That movie's been doing terrible. I don't know if anybody even knew that movie even came out. Like I said, I just saw the Haunted Mansion. It was all right. I really wouldn't recommend that movie to anybody to go see it unless you're really a fan of like Disney. That movie for me, I give it a C. I don't plan on doing a review on it. I still gotta watch Spider-Man. What is it? Across the Spider Verse. I want to see that. I want to see that because it looks like a good movie. I love the animation from the first one. I think the first one was great. Um, but I really got to see it. But yeah, it's bad year when it comes to these movies. Like I said, Transformers: Rise of the Beast didn't have no dog in the fight. I didn't want to see that movie at all. Let me see. DJ comes in and says a 3 hour movie about a guy whose name they can barely say or spell. Yeah, definitely fake numbers. That's funny. Um, but like I said, I know I've talked a lot about Marvel and DC. The one thing I don't understand about DC is why couldn't they adapt their animated movies into their live action properties? Y'all did well, very, very good, actually. Better than well, very, very good when it comes to y'all animated films. But why couldn't y'all adapt them animated movies into your live action movies? It just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Like I like the Tomorrow verse, if that's what this universe is called, with Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman currently. I don't know if y'all saw Worlds. I actually just finished that today, and I enjoyed it. But I just feel like they have issues adapting their animated universe into their live action universe, and they should have hired somebody who knew what they were doing, who had a vision like James Gunn has or had for Marvel. Now, I've seen people bashing James Gunn, saying that he didn't know what he was doing, and maybe he got lucky. So we don't know, maybe. But um, yeah, I don't know, man. I keep thinking about the Haunted Mansion. I just got out of seeing it, like I said, and it really wasn't all that good. The trailer was cool, but the movie wasn't. And I want to go back and watch the O3 version eventually to see how it stacked up. I think the O3 version would be more exciting, more entertaining. This one was more slow and kind of like a slow build to the end, but the end didn't really do anything for me. Um, I'm pretty sure by the time I go see anything else, It'll probably already be out of the theater, which is completely fine. Mission Impossible. I gotta go back and watch all that from the jump. I've only seen maybe like one or two Mission Impossible films, so you know. And DJ Dex comes in and says they couldn't do it because they were being sabotaged by Marvel the whole time. Comes back in and says it was basically a hostile takeover. Yeah, Marvel has been kicking DC's butt for years now. Like I said, it in some of my videos or maybe a live stream, when DC announced that they were coming out with their own universe, I felt like they were just copying, of course, Marvel. And then eventually, when they tried to fast forward everything to get that Marvel money, everything just started to fall apart, and it hasn't been fun for them ever since. And it's just been one major disappointment after one major disappointment. But it's crazy that how Marvel is going to be not Marvel. But it's crazy how DC is going to be starting off their 2025 universe with Superman Legacy, like the DCEU started with Super. I mean, Superman, aka the Man of Steel film, and they got to knock it out the park. They don't have a choice, and if they don't, whew, and it's gonna be a whole lot of hell to pay. A whole lot of people coming down on them. But I feel like they can do it. I feel like as long as James Gunn goes in with his plan, and hopefully he has a plan, they'll be fine. But I think if he goes in and just try to spitball something like the old regime did, they're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be in trouble. Um, I'm still trying to figure out why Sony is still moving forward with the spin-off universe. You got this. I'm gonna say Tarzan, not Tarzan. You got this movie they got coming out. Um, what is the movie? The Sony Spider-Man spin-off. It's a movie they got coming out, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head. What is the name of this movie they got coming out? It's a spin-off, not spin-off, but it's set in its own world, basically, I think, or something like that. Craven the Hunter. The Craven the Hunter trailer looks good. I'm not gonna lie. I wish he had the black hair. I forgot about his accent. I wish he had those two things. But I don't understand why they still continuing with this. To me, that whole spinoff thing died when they did Morbius. And then I wasn't a big fan of the two Venom movies that came out. I thought those Venom movies kind of like the first one was cool, but the second one was trash. I didn't like it. And they killed off Cassius or Cletus, whatever his name was, way too fast. I just think they should have did better. And there's just nothing about this spin-off universe that has got me excited. And I just think it was dead in the water right after they did Morbius, especially with that stupid dancing thing. But I think they're supposed to be delaying some of the movies, like the Venom 3 is getting delayed. I honestly don't care. I know Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is getting delayed. That I do care. But I just don't see a reason why they should have why they should continue on with the spin-off Spider-Verse with the standalone movies. Like, what is the end game to all this? Like, if the movies do good, they get a sequel. Is it going to lead to a Sinister Six film or what? Like, what is it supposed to lead to? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand what all this is supposed to lead to. Um, that's one thing I don't get. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense why we still are getting these uh films and nobody cares. But I think the trailer looked good for that movie. I just think they would have been better off just I don't know, not honestly, I don't know. Just dropping this whole spin-off universe thing, but that's just my opinion. Trying to think if there's anything else I can go on for right now. We talked about the movies this year. We talked about the Marvels. We've talked about Big Sloan Tyrone. So covered a handful of topics in this review. I mean, in this live stream. And I appreciate anybody and everybody that's been able to stop by. I know not all my live streams are always going to be a hit. Sometimes I'm going to have some misses. But I am going to keep live streaming week to week, maybe for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Hopefully, more people in. That's always been the struggle when it comes to live streaming, is just trying to get more people to watch the live stream. But you know, it happens to everybody. I've seen people live stream, they've had like 5 to 6 people in there. They've had 2 people, they have 1 people watching. A lot of people have, other guests on their stream that they can work off for. So it's something for me to basically sit here and talk to y'all through my computer and get y'all's opinion on movies and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything that's gonna save the rest of 2023 when it comes to these movies. Because there's just nothing coming out that is, as far as I know, that is going to skyrocket it into a better year. And then, like I said, the strike is still going on, which, from what I've seen people talk about in their videos, I guess the studio is trying to hold out until um, the studio is trying to hold out until pretty much the writers crack. I don't know about the actors. Now, I know when it comes to the actors, the strike on their side isn't big. It's not that it's not big, but it's not big actors in the writer's strike. And there's also a story of Dwayne Johnson donating pretty big money into the actors because the actors that are in this strike, they're not super A-list Hollywood actors. I guess they're more like B or C-list actors and actresses. So, they got a dog in the fight, but they're obviously losing out on money because they don't have the TV shows and the movies being put into production. So, it is what it is on that side. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give a 10-minute warning, man. I got about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and stay on live, and then after that, I'm going ahead and cut it. Right now, I'm just me. It's just me. Nobody's in the here, which is fine. I'm kind of got used to it. But like I said, hopefully I can get more people in here as I go. I think last week I had 4. This week the most I had was 5 for like a little bit. Hopefully I can get more and more people, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. Like I said, I am going to keep myself on a schedule. That way, um, y'all know when I'm live streaming. I know my last live stream, I was using a pretty shitty camera. It was actually the camera that came on this laptop, and I actually didn't like it. So it's funny because when I'm sitting there watching myself from a laptop, it looks fine. But then when I look at it on the internet, when I go on YouTube, the app, whatever, it looks like crap. So I definitely like the camera I'm using. It works a lot better. And hopefully get more people in this live stream. Hopefully get some more hours up because I definitely need more. I definitely want to get this channel monetized eventually, but I'm definitely going to lower my goal as far as what I'm looking forward to by the end of the year. I was trying to get to 4,000 watch time hours, but now I think I'm going to go for more like 2. As long as I get them up and I'm going up instead of down by the end of this year, that's definitely a plus. Hopefully, I can get to 2,000 watch time hours by the end of this year, and the channel will just continue to keep on growing. Um, I don't know what other movies are going to be affected by this writers' strike, by the actors' strike. I know it's taking a pretty heavy hit on people's livelihood. Um, I am going to do a review on the Tomorrow movie eventually, soon, expected sometime this week. Um, I did get my notification. I don't know when it's coming, but I know it's coming. My Rippaverse comic book, definitely expect my review on that. My live stream on that, because I'm definitely going to be talking about that a lot because um, it's a hot thing to talk about right now. And I definitely just can't wait to read the book. And I'm just going to do an unboxing on it. That was the last thing I wanted to say. Because I want to see how this ISOM issue number 2 story continues. I know it's going to feature why he quit, and that's been the main thing that I have been interested to see. I know a lot of people have come out over on the website, have spent a lot of money on the merchandise. So, yeah, I know it's going to be pretty big. Just kind of bear with me. Give me 1 second here. All right, y'all, we're back. So, again, I'm definitely gonna be doing a review on that comic. Definitely gonna do a live stream on it. I can't wait to get it. I really can't, man. I know there's been a lot of people talking about the Eric July comic, and a lot of people have been pretty much just, I would honestly say shitting on it. I don't know if it's because of the price. I don't know if it's because of just how it looks. I don't know if it's because of the story. Maybe it's all three, but I'm honestly looking forward to it, and I can't wait to get a chance to read it and see what uh, Ice on issue number two holds. Now, I did go for cover A. I like cover B. Cover C, it was kind of like, eh. I know it's that full cover, but I wouldn't come out $100 for that. And then you got cover D, which I think cover A and cover D look like the baddest two covers, especially because you got the night sky in cover D, and then you got the ice hound at the bottom. Now I know he said that he wants to go back to the more street level fire fighting versus the intergalactic fighting, which the world always has to be saved, versus in the, I guess, street level you can go with neighborhood, or just the city has to be saved. And I guess I'm curious about that because he has this alien creature featured a lot. Um, and plus the alien creatures featured a lot on the cover. So I'm curious to see how much of a street level this is going to be. And I guess we're just gonna have to wait to get the comic. I've seen people post about it. Some people have gotten I think maybe one other person has gotten the tracking number. I got mine on Thursday. So I don't know when I'm, expecting it. Hopefully sometime soon this week. I know Eric Sly said he's going through with fulfillment, and I can't wait, man. Anyway, giving out a 4 minute warning right now. Stream's almost over, but I know he has I know he has you know, I don't know. I know he has a support on his YouTube channel. I mean, he said he's been around since he was like 16, 17 doing YouTube, and that's like a long time to be on here. And I've only been doing it for 3 years. But, he's built up a community, and obviously they're supporting Ice the Rippaverse comic book. And it has really been a big help to my YouTube channel because a lot of my subscribers have come over from the Rippaverse. Um, Ice Eric July, support, and has come over here to this channel, and it's been a big help. So I really appreciate all of y'all, and just keep supporting my YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I'm definitely going to be doing a review. I'm definitely going to be doing a live stream of it when I get it, and definitely going to contain spoilers. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that because I'm not going to be trying to do any non-spoiler reviews. I know there was the graded covers. I guess you get 9.6s, 9.8s. I thought about getting one of those, just keeping it put up, but I don't know. They'll probably be going by the time I think about trying to get one. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that one slide and let everybody else get it. But I'm gonna be looking forward to everybody else's review. I don't know if the cards, I saw those on his website. I don't know if he's gonna have any new cards or it's gonna be the same cards he had, or he's gonna have a few extra cards of some of the characters that are gonna be featured in his latest issue. I kind of think it's gonna be the same cards, nothing new. But if it is some new ones, should be interesting for people who get them. I've seen a lot of people try and put his stuff on the comic books and the cards on eBay. I know he was at Comic Con and he signed for stuff. Wouldn't surprise me if some of that stuff ended up on eBay. I know he has the Sasuke sisters, Chuck Dixon. I forgot the other guy's name who recently joined his team. I actually did a little bit of research on the new guy who joined his team. What's the new guy's name? I actually got to see now because I gotta say it. I can't see that guy. But there's another guy he has on his team who used to be a writer for Marvel, but I guess he got some trouble with some of his drawings. Let me see, what's his name? Joe Bennett. Yeah, so Joe Bennett joined his team, and he recently, yeah, he had in trouble with some Marvel stuff. I guess he got blacklisted, so he's joined the Rippaverse team, and I guess hopefully maybe it'll be a positive thing that he has some veterans that he has surrounded himself with. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to see where they go with this Rippaverse. I just have issue number two. Hopefully, it's going to be a fun read. We hopefully get to learn more about the other characters outside of ISOM and learn about their history. Like the two characters who were in the bar, the chick and the dude in the bar, because that's one thing we didn't get to know anything about. Of course, the big characters are Yara and the Alpha Core. I know they have their own books coming out. I'm definitely getting both of those books. I think since we're already hitting August, actually, we probably should be expecting. off core maybe the end of September going into October, and maybe Yar somewhere in December, like a holiday thing. So I'm definitely interested in seeing what this universe holds. I know this is a second book on a three-part arc, so I'm curious to see what the third book is going to be, and then what the announcement is going to be after this arc. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, it should be very interesting to see what this is going to be about. And the thing that's been most interesting to me is the fact that it's a universe where you are able to get into the ground depth versus trying to read Marvel and DC, which has been around for a very long time. And there's been so many different stories, so many different reboots, and you're trying to figure out where to get in. Here, you're able to get in from the ground up and just go from there. So I definitely believe it's going to be a good. I definitely believe issue two is going to be a good book. So I guess we'll keep you posted with information and stuff that we get. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream now. I appreciate everybody who come by tonight. We'll be back same time, 7:30 CST time next Sunday. Tell your friends, tell their friends, tell their friends, tell their family members. Your boy is coming back next week, the live stream, same time. So I'll see you on my next live stream. And I'm about to end it right now. Three, two, one. Peace. I'm out.